Oh, are we on? Is this thing on? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, DB3D Dan. Hello, Non-Fam. Hello, Stephen Poole. Hello, Mad Scientist 304. Hello, Stuart Fisher. Hello, Robert LeBlanc. Who all do we have in here? Scrolling back, let's see. TJ Dorman. STL Denise. She's going to be my chat mod for me today. Rick Connect. And I don't know. That's as far back as I can scroll. Oh, are we having fun? Yeah. Hi, 3DP UK. I am doing well. Oh, goodness. This is scrolling fast. Hi, BC2. Oh, this is going way too fast. Hold on a second. I've got this stuff up on the screen on another machine, and I need to shrink the text size on that just a bit so that I can see more stuff. Okay. I am 100% not going to be able to keep up with chat and do the thing, but I'll do my best. Yeah, is this where all the cool kids hang out? I don't know. This is where we are. Whether we're cool or not, that's probably up for debate. Y'all are cooler than I am because you're the ones that are here watching. So we'll get into this in a couple of minutes. How's everybody doing? Filament Stories, hello. Slow mode. Well, I don't know if there's going to be enough people to really warrant slow mode. If it gets bad, maybe I'll turn it on. Yeah, you're here because of the cool new toy. Did y'all see Jim's tweet with the custom side panels? Bambu Lab had designed him a logoed set of side panels for his P1P, and he printed those out and tweeted them out. So they sent me a set too. I'm trying to pick the right shades of blue for the logo. I want to get that printed out before too long. So what I'm planning on doing is just a basic unbox setup and first print, and probably the first print will be a Benchy. Why does it always have to be Benchies? Because it's Benchies. We like our tiny little boats. Beyond that, I haven't installed the updated version of the slicer that will support the P1P, and I haven't installed the new iOS app that'll support the P1P either. So this is basically going to be printing from what's on board. Oh, there's Tripod. Hey, I've got your mug still. The ever excellent Tripod's Garage mug. Which my daughter saw it from a slight distance, and the O's and the D's look very similar, and the R's and the A's look similar, and she was like, "What is Tripod's Garage?" I said, "No, it's Tripod's Garage. Look closely." Let me set this back down. So it's been a couple of years since I've done a live stream. I don't know if we want to turn ludicrous mode on. I'm going to just do the standard speed first. If we've got time, I'll do a second Benchy, and we'll see if ludicrous mode hurts it or helps it. Big Jano, howdy. Oh. I will probably be nervously drinking a Coke And when that runs out, I will nervously drink some water. And I also need to mute my watch because that's going to go ping a lot if I don't. Okay. Would I cut my hair? I might get it trimmed. It's kind of getting a little frizzy around the edges. I don't know. I'm kind of liking the hippie look. Yeah, I want to see how bad it shakes the table too. I also want to find out how loud it is. And so I may have to adjust the audio gain down a little bit, just if it's like overwhelmingly loud. So I want to see how bad it shakes, because one of the panels, one of the mod plate panels that I want to print is the pegboard panels. So if it shakes too badly, I don't know if the pegboard panels are going to be a really good match, but I think they're a cool idea. So we'll find out. Now this table, it's not too rickety, but it does wobble a little bit. Hello, damn it, it's Karen. Yeah, the pegboards look cool. The pixel plates look cool too. Oh, Big Jano, stuck in an airport Chili's. I am sorry to hear that. Hey, Bob Carnes. Maker Viking. I haven't seen you in a while. Okay. Let's give it a couple more minutes. It's 3:37 right now here. I guess at 3:40, we'll start getting into it. I will use my special BB3D knife that was gifted to me by Tom Lama. And we'll cut into this thing and we'll get it out of the box. We'll plug it in. Well, we got to attach a couple of things to it first, spool holder and the screen and stuff like that. But then after that, we'll feed it some filament and try and make it do something. And I actually have a second camera set up. So I've got this little horrible Logitech webcam here. So I'll switch over to that in a little bit when we kind of need to get close-ups of the printer and stuff. Well, I'm glad everybody came in. I'm glad everybody showed up. Hi from Hungary. Hi back from San Antonio, Texas. Oh, we're here for the hair. I'm going to get a haircut one of these days and you guys are going to freak out. All right. I think it's about time. We'll go ahead and start cutting into this box. So, fragile glass or fragile. It must be Italian. One cut, two cut, three cut. Now, I've been waiting to get into this thing since yesterday afternoon when it landed. All right, I'm going to have to put this on the floor and then pick it up and put it up on the bench. I got a bunch of empty freezer pops. All right. Let's get this foam out of the way. All right, come out of there. Hold the box down with my toes. There we go. They actually made this pretty easy. Basically has a big plastic bag on it. You just grab it by the sides. What is this? Oh, this is the goodie box. This is the goodie box that you're supposed to get with the pre-orders on this. That's got the camera and the fan. I got that, and I got more freezer pops. All right, let's put this stuff back in the box. Move the box off to the side. Oh, I'm gonna set the goodie box down over here. Yes, William Steele there, the diet freezer pops. They're light and airy. All right, so this bag is just kind of taped shut. I think I will just sort of bring it to the end of its days. There we go. Take off its hat. It has a quick start guide on it. I'll set the tape somewhere. Ah, don't tear the page. There. Okay. Got to keep a tidy workspace. I don't know if y'all saw the tweet that I kind of showed from this angle. it's a wreck. It's a mess. Okay. So this is the thing out of the box. Now we got to get all the packing materials out of it. Let's see. And this is packed really well, by the way. More foam. Even more foam. A box with pictures of all of the stuff inside. The spool holder and various spare parts and whatnot. Lots of silica gel, do not eat. I've never actually eaten it. It's probably not very tasty. Let's see. I need flush cutters. So, zippity tie da, zippity day. Stay. Where else do I have zip ties? There's one down here that was not attached to anything. I guess whatever it was holding down broke free. Cardboard around the hot end. Wonder if I should get this other camera in the mix. We can kind of see the hot end. Let me try this. This may fail, but it may also work. This is my low budget streaming rig. See if I can switch cameras. There we go. And this camera is fairly horrible. It's going to want to focus on whatever it wants to focus on and not what I am trying to get it to focus on. There. That has now been set free. What else we got? We got some foam down into the poop chute. And we'll figure this PTFE tubing out in just a minute. Probably should look at the quick start guide. Let's switch back over here. There. Yeah, I like my taco shirt. My wife gets these for me as gifts. Christmas and birthdays and whatnot. She's kind of in charge of my video wardrobe. And a lot of my shirts come from Tea Turtle and Redbubble. I wonder if I should see if Tea Turtle wants to sponsor the channel. BC2, I don't know if we are or not. We did that several years ago. We might do it again this year. It's been a while. Dickens on Main in Bernie, Texas is kind of a cool thing. They do a little parade and it's, you know, all Christmassy and stuff. All right. Oh, that zip tie was supposed to be the one that's keeping the tool head in place, but it wasn't really going anywhere. Let's see what else we got. The spool holder and the PTFE tube anchor assembly. Well, those are going to be in this box. So we'll get into that. With my Tom Llama custom knife. Oh, come on. There. If I can figure out where this opens. There we go. That wasn't so hard. Now let's prop this up here and switch cameras again. There. Now we can see as this comes in and out of focus. So this is the PLA, nice big spool of it. And I guess we can play the guessing game as to what color it's going to be, but I think so far everybody's gotten white. Spare PTFE tube. And it's a direct drive system, so that's just a guide tube. It's a reverse Bowden. Let's see, there's the spool holder. Come out of there. And that's not the greatest spool holder, but that's what we get. Other spare parts. Some more stuff behind here. This is not a good angle to do this. I apologize. There's our screen that we're going to need to put on in a few minutes. What else is in here? Power cord. Oh, come out of there. There. So we need the power cord. So we have the power cord, we have the screen, we have the spool holder. There's probably a bag of screws in here someplace, or the screws are already there. Doesn't feel like they are. No, we'll just take all this stuff out. We'll put it back in a minute. Because this is a very small workbench here. This is, where am I? There we are. This is an IKEA special. I'll just switch back to the main camera. That's more fun. You can see me taking all this junk out. Okay, spare hot end parts. Those can stay in here. The acupuncture needle that can stay in. Take out the hex keys. There are some screws. A little packet of grease. Razor blades for the scraper. Screws for when you print the shell parts out. Screws for extruder. Well, let's see how we get this thing together. There we go, for a spool holder. Need those two screws. Spin this around so we can get that going. And if the video's dark, I'm sorry. I have a hard time getting the camera adjusted the way I need it adjusted. Okay, spool holder. Screws go here. Spool holder. One there, and then one's already there, so I got to take one off. Put one on. Okay, now it's turning. That was on there pretty tight. Then I get longer screws for the spool holder. Get that one tightened up, and then I'll get the other one in there. And then I'll tighten them both down. What's going on in chat? Huh. Jim, running around Costco. Hey dude, buy one of those pumpkin pies. They make awesome pumpkin pies. They're almost as good as the ones I make. Put the final tighten on that. On both sides. See, Adam Phantom asking, what is my favorite everyday printer? Well, I have two X1 carbons right over there, just on the other side of the camera, and I use those a fair amount. I've had a pre-release, kind of a test and give us feedback on it release of the Sobalt SV06 that has been sitting on the corner of my desk right here, that I've mostly been using for printing some of the Toys for Tots cars for the deal that IC3D is doing. And those are the ones that I've been using the most, the X1 carbons and the Sobalt SV06. Do I have any Stratasys printers? I do not. I think the biggest printer that I've got is a Chiditech iFast that I've been working on a review on off and on since June. I had some problems with it, and then it kind of got set to the side, and it's kind of hard to pick back up sometimes when something falls off to the wayside like that, but I need to get that done because I do owe them a review on that. What kind of pies are you going to make, Denise? I like pumpkin pies. Those are the ones I like to make. I actually make them from pumpkins, from actual pumpkins. Let me check this again because there's some piece somewhere Let's see, PTFE anchor. And it looks like it's just a little plastic bit. So it may be, oh, there it is, right there. It's the thing that's in the bag that says PTFE tube anchor on it. Denise, sometimes I cheat on the pies too, or on the crust. But I do have a recipe for the crust, and I make it in a food processor. All right, now where does this go? Those two screws right up there, those two screw holes. And I'm guessing it goes in this orientation, and it kind of swivels a little. But I think this is the feed-in tube, and then you attach the one from here there. So let me get this attached. Don't want to cross thread that. It feels like it's cross threading. But I guess I'm just going to go for it. It's turning, so in it goes. I wonder if I should cheat a little on this and use my power driver. Let me pull out the appropriate sized bit. Is that a 2mm tip? It is. Okay. My sonic screwdriver. Ah, there we go. Is that in all the way? I guess so. And then this other one is this other screw limits its ability to move. Oh, get in there. Yeah, I think I cross-threaded that one. Well, in it goes anyway. There we go. Now it's got some swiveling to it, which I will show you. I guess a lot of that's been out of your view. I'm sorry. I don't stream often, so I don't normally have a streaming setup and the stream deck and switching between the cameras and stuff. Maybe if I stream more, I'll get something like that, but I haven't done that yet. Okay, so let's catch up on chat real quick. Michelle B is an apple pie person. I like a good apple pie with a scoop of ice cream on top. Michelle B, this can be. The AMS units work with this. The AMS buffer will bolt on right back here, and then you can plug the AMS into it. I may do that later. I may do a video on attaching the AMS to the P1P, so we can see that work. Right now I got the spool holder. I got the anchor on. I think I'll leave this driver out for a bit in case I need it again. And what's next? Well, next is sticking one end of the PTFE tube in here. There we go. And the other end, I guess it just goes down in the hot end. Just kind of went in and and now it's in there. Okay, cool, cool. I thought it would be a little more complicated than that, but that's all that was. Let's see. All right, yeah, time to get the screws out of the bottom here to unlock the bed. Well, I'm glad I'm using this. These are long screws. 1, 2, and one more back here. There we go. Those are out. Hi, Sam from Australia. We've been running for about half an hour. And like 10 minutes of that was just kind of us talking, waiting for people to show up. And then I'm kind of going through this slow. This probably would be a 15-minute setup if I wasn't doing it for an audience. Maybe 20 minutes. Probably 15 if you've done like 10 of them. And you just kind of slam through them, taking all the stuff out of the box and all of that. Next is the screen. All right, let's see. Here's the cable. Held in with some, I don't know, some kind of medical grade tape. Set that over there. Get our screen out of the bag. Everybody says it looks like an MP3 player, and it really kind of does. Where do I plug my headphones in? All right. Okay, there's the connector inside. And get this other piece of tape out of the way. It's holding the micro SD card in its little slot up here. And this goes in with a snap, presumably. Get in there. Are you in? Seems to be. Okay. And then snap into place on the front. And hopefully that works. All right. What's next? After having attached to the screen. Oh, heck. I do need to get the app real quick. Hang on. Please talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Need to go add this into Test Flight on iOS. And they emailed me a code for that. See, y'all, this is why I rehearse and script my videos. Okay, I might be on the right track. There we go. Installing the new version. open. I got to log in. Apparently, I'm already logged in. Oh, I need to connect power. Let's get this plugged in, shall we? This is not the longest cord in the world. Pardon me. Hang that right there. Okay, fine, we'll hang that over there. And do we have sound now? Okay. Yeah, the problem is that in order to get audio into my laptop from my wireless lavalier mic, I've got the receiver plugged into a USB adapter, plugged into another USB adapter, plugged into the side of the laptop, and I brushed against that as I walked past, which briefly interrupted its connection, and then it kind of went into nope mode. So that has been resolved. All right. Which means I can, well, y'all can kind of see what I'm doing. Before use, please make sure that you have read the user manual carefully. Well, I mean, I've read it up to the part where I get to here. I haven't read all of it. I'll just say okay. All right, make sure you remove the screws from the bed. Yes, I've done that. Select my region. I am in the north part of America. Now I got my QR code. All right. Plus. Scan. Link it to me. I will read and accept, and I will let it send data back. Confirm to bind. Stick it on my Wi-Fi network. And it is doing its thing. It seems to be doing its thing. I've got a little spinning circle on the binding button. Oh, no, this is fine. The Coke's almost gone anyway. Okay. Now this is asking me to confirm that I've removed the screws. Yes, I've removed the screws. It's safe for you to move the bed. Well, okay. I think it's bound. Let me see if I can select it. Device idle. No prints in progress. Okay, so it's talking. It sees it. Good. Oh, self-test. Let's run the self-test routine to check the status of your printer. Start. Why am I holding the mug like that if there's a handle? Because the handle is a little skinny cattail. Yeah, there's foam under there. I'm going to wait for the bed to come up before I can get it. See, now it's getting up high enough and I can get the foam pieces out. Here, let me try switching back to the horrible, horrible webcam of doom. Yeah, that noise right there, that sounds like an Apple Disc 2 on an old Apple II when you first turn it on. Beep. Zachary Brown, the difference between this printer and the X1 is $300 and that's wiggly, and a lack of side panels, a lack of a top, lack of a door. The LiDAR unit is not on the tool head, and you cannot add that after the fact. It does not have the big blower, the parts blower on the side. It's normally inside the chamber. How loud is that? It's like super loud for me. Is that annoyingly loud for y'all? Yeah, I want to see how this does without the LiDAR also. And the screen on this is not a touch screen. It's 192 by 64 pixels, I think. Okay, okay. I'm glad that it's not irritating as heck for y'all. And it really quieted down. It's doing the vibration calibration, and part of that is that it has to vibrate at a bunch of different frequencies, and some of those frequencies are resonant frequencies on this thing, and the whole thing just goes bzzz. And Kazalar, you are correct that the add-on camera for this is a lower resolution camera, and I think that it is a still camera and not a video camera that will stream. On the X1 and the X1, on the X1 Carbon that comes with the camera, that will stream that both to the mobile app and to the slicer. But I think when you add the camera on the P1P, it lets you see like a snapshot, and I guess you can refresh it, but it's not live video. Oh, there's those vibrations. And I do have this all the way on the table, right? Yeah, almost. I need to scoot it this way just a bit because the corner is hanging off a little bit. Yeah, JC, pretty soon this is going to print a confirmation sheet. Okay, the end. The end of the soda, that is, not the end of the video. Now it's time for water. I think it's also time for me to clean up my mess over here. So I'm going to put these little bits and pieces back in the box from whence they came, because I think that concludes the assembly portion of our show. I think it's done. Self-test completed. Yeah, completed. Your printer is ready. Enjoy printing. And it has a 1985 smiley face on it. Let me scoot this forward. And I will move this camera and show you. I will try to show you, because this is on a tripod that is inflexible. And that's not going to focus, is it? No, that's not going to focus. That's terrible. Makes me sad. I'll take a picture of it, and I'll post it on Twitter. Uno momento. Por favor. Time for a tweet. Tweet. Now you can see it. Okay, now my tweet was sent. Now you can see it. All right. We have assembled it. First print. First, I got to load the filament. Then I can do a first print. All right. I'm not going to do what everybody else does and just stab the center of this thing. Oh, wait, maybe I am. It's not a Ziploc. It doesn't have a Ziploc. Well, slashing it was more fun than stabbing the center of it. Okay, so guesses on the color? Everybody else got white. Did I get white? Did I get blue? Did I get orange? Michelle says white. Aaron says white. Everybody says white. Yeah, why should mine be any different? It's white. That's white. All right. Let me get this loaded. Having not done single color on a Bambu Lab machine yet, this will be my first time for that. So that's going to sit there. Get this piece of tape off of here. This other piece of tape off of here. Rotate this even more so you can see better. Cut the end of that off. The handy dandy flush cutters. Get in there. Get in there. Get in my belly. Chris Travis, yes, it does. All right, and that's as far down as that goes. which I think is the way to do it. Yep. Insert filament into the PTFE tube. Keep pushing the filament until it cannot move forward. All right. Well, that's what I've done. And probably ought to hit that bed with some IPA. Just to get it cleaned off. This time I was very careful not to bump into the microphone or the USB audio adapter. Get that on there. Since I'm planning on a Benchy, I could just get away with wiping off the center, but there we go. All right. Let's see. Oh, peel that off. And let me turn this so I can see what I'm doing. And then I'll try to get the camera closer to it. All right, so we have finished the setup. Now we're going to try to print something. I guess I'll go to this little folder icon or something. And then go over and select 3D Benchy by Creative Tools for PLA. And yes, I really want to print. So hey there, Media Man. How's it going? All right. I don't know what that's even going to try to focus on, but we'll find out. And I might grab another light and set it up so we have a little more light there. Break out yet another tripod. I'm drowning in tripods over here. How many printers do I own? I don't want to count them because I own too many. Tripod. You know the feeling of being surrounded by tripods? All right, let me turn this on. It's probably going to be green or something. Nope, it's white. Okay. Now it's going to be all blown out looking. Try and make it level. Well, yeah, Media Man, but you've got 17 printers because you designed the air ducts for each and every one of them. Okay. Well, I'm just kind of waiting for this to start doing its thing. I mean, I guess I can switch back to this. Now I'm all blown out looking because I got the video adjusted for not being blown out. Oh, okay, I see. It was heating up the bed. I'll switch back. Are the hinge places in the front? Well, I think so. There's a spot where something could bolt on. I'll have to compare with the next one. Let me scooch over here. Actually, the hinges look like they inset into the frame at the top and the bottom, and not on the side. Oh, it's pooping. I'll have to catch it. I caught a poop. Actually, word to the wise, don't stick your hand in there when this thing's alive. Because this thing moves stupid fast and it will hit you and it will hurt you. This is probably going to be unsatisfyingly out of focus. I'm sorry about that. Adam Phantom, yes, I intend to do that. I do intend to attach an AMS to this. Well, Median Man, since it's the exact, it looks like the same frame. It looks like the exact same frame as the X1 series. I know they share a bunch of components, so I would suspect that you could order a set of panels. But I mean, you can print the panels too, and I'm planning on printing my panels in the very near future. Adam Phantom, I will do that. I will do a video about connecting the AMS to the P1P. Nightcrawler, it's humid here to a certain extent, and when I don't get the Ziploc bags for the filament, I have to try and squeeze them into a gallon Ziploc bag, and some of them fit, a lot of them fit, but some of them don't. Amir Hassan, no, you cannot add the LiDAR to this after the fact. There's additional circuitry in the toolhead of the X1 series that allows that LiDAR to work. And the cable head on this cable that's connecting it, this signal and power cable, on the X1 series, that's actually a USB-C kind of cable. And Tamsin, yeah, I think it is doing a strain gauge. And it's doing its last little bit of vibration calibration before it starts printing. I think we're about ready to actually get going. Woo, it's doing its thing. That's not bad. That actually seems quieter than the X1s. Yeah, these things are stupid fast. Oh, it's not a strain gauge. Okay, sensor's in the bed. And yes, that's wobbling this table a little bit. My X1s are on a filing cabinet that does not move a lot. This has some wiggle to it. I am probably going to print at least one of the pegboard sides and see how that really works. Whether it gets all super shaky or if it's not so bad, or if it makes a difference whether it's on a less wobbly surface. Oh wait, part of my problem may be that I've got the front corner of this printer off the edge of the table. All right, that's not so bad. This is on standard mode. This is on standard mode. And it's wobbly on this table. This table's got a little wobble to it. It's probably okay. I think most people are getting about 20 minutes on the Benchy. And it is 4:30 now, so we've been at this for about an hour and a half now. That'll put us at 5. And if you want, and if my batteries on my lav mic hold out, and they should, we can run a second Benchy and put it on ludicrous mode. How does that sound? It looks like the logo is not illuminated on the tool head on this one. I'll pop that off later and take a look and see if it's got the little LED behind it or not. Oh, thank you, Andrew. Thank you very much. Where are you packing to go? Yeah, that's real time. That's his fingers wiggling. That's real time. Traveling for Thanksgiving, Andrew? Oh, okay. Well, get back to packing and drive safe. So that's the thing about these BambuLab printers. They are stupid fast. And I've had people complain in the comments, like I did that video on Monday about, this is the stuff that we know so far. And I did that before I got this. And I had people complaining in the comments that, oh, this is, it's way too expensive, or there's, cheap printers that are so much better. It's like, until you actually get one of these in front of you and use it, you just don't know. You literally just, it's hard to comprehend until you see one of these things. Thank you, Danny. I probably need to redo that, or either get back into that Arduino series, or just kind of redo the whole thing and update it, because it's a couple of years old, and I think some of the software has changed. Yes, Viking Reaper. It's at least $50. Would I prefer this over the Voron? Well, the Voron it's fast, but it's a different beast and it's a different experience, I think, because that's like a source it yourself and build it yourself kind of thing where you print all the parts out with a different printer. And I get the feeling that Voron owners really love their Vorons because they've got so much invested in them. They've invested a lot of money sourcing the parts. They've invested a lot of time printing the parts, and they've invested a lot of time in building them. And I've seen some people that have tweeted like the wiring structure underneath their Vorons, and it's just immaculate. So, you know, I think they go to different markets. I think the Voron is largely for people that love that build experience. Well, thanks, Adam. I used to do a bunch of those. I used to do once a month, the Alien 3D unboxings. Back in the early days of the channel. Yeah, Danny, that was the thing, is that the Arduino, the cloud editor is actually a cool deal. I used that when I did the video about building the that Alien 3D project that was the digital hourglass. Michelle, I haven't seen. Now this Benchy is sliced specifically for speed, the one that they've got on the machine. But slicing things just in the Bambu Studio slicer and printing them, and they print ridiculously fast, they look fine. One thing to be aware of, though, is that due to the speed, you can get different surface finishes on the outside of the print. And you know, some parts of the exterior will print faster than other parts of it, like at different layer heights or at different layers, and it will end up with more of a matte look to it on one part and more of a shine on another part if it's a gloss filament. Silk filaments, I don't think they come out as silky when they print really fast, like on the X1 and the P1P. But I think the Benchy that they've got sliced in here is probably at like 0.28 millimeter layer heights, and it's got very little infill and a couple of other things. They've done a couple of other little tricks, but it's not like a custom crafted G-code file. It's just they know a couple of cool tricks in the slicer to really squeeze the most speed out of this and get a Benchy that does not look terrible. William, for nozzles, you're looking at $14 for a nozzle, and it's the nozzle and the heat break, and they're kind of integrated together. You can get them as 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, and 0.8 millimeter diameter. And what you do with those is you transfer the ceramic heater block. It's just a little. Well, I'm over here gesturing. You can't see me because I've got this aimed at the printer. It's just a little rectangle of ceramic, and you transfer that in the thermistor, and those are kind of held in place with a clip. Transfer them over to the new nozzle, and 2 screws and 3 plugs is all it is. Okay, Truggy, I may have to get some proof cement. I'll pick that up from Printed Solid. Thank you, Bearded Blonde. The noise on the P1, it seems to be less loud than the X1. Like it's not terrible, and I don't think that it's terribly loud for y'all either. Yeah, this one's got some vibration to it. It compensates for it. It does some calibration stuff before a print, so it can go fast and compensate for the vibrations. Yeah, Kazalar, maybe that's it, because it doesn't have a chamber fan because there's no chamber, at least not at this point. And the printable panels, some of them are open on the side, really. Anyway, they kind of decorate around the edges, and there's no door and there's no lid. Yeah, Daniel, the Ender 5 S1, it's got ringing. It's got some ringing to it. If you've got a model that has a lot of texture, it'll hide that. If you've got a model that's got straight sides and sharp angles, it'll ring. Thank you, Major Gamer Geek. Happy pre-turkey day to you too. Tomorrow, I'll be visiting the parents. Catfish. I don't know, man. That's up to you. Well, to be fair, Bearded Blonde, the X1 and the X1 Carbon will also shake. How are we doing on this one? We are just about done with the tip of the bow. After that, it's all wheelhouse and smokestack. Wonder if I can bring this light down a little bit and get more side light on it, or front light, or if that's just going to blow it out more. I think that just blows it out more. Back up, keep it in shadow. How's that look? Scott, yes, the firmware is proprietary. It is proprietary and closed source. I will have to look at the fans and see, Danny. I don't know. But again, with everything else that's going on the printer, I don't think the fans are bringing that much to the noise party. Bearded Blonde, yeah, it's kind of being called the goodie box. I've got mine over here somewhere. It's got the fan and the camera and the light bar, and I think you have to print your own diffuser for the light bar. But it's being included with the first batch of pre-orders. And I'm over here holding the box up and gesturing with it, and you can't see me because we're focused on the Benchy. But we'll finish the Benchy here in just a minute. Okay, thanks, Jim. I just love these things. They are so ridiculously fast. I don't know, Jim, do you know how many pre-orders are in the first batch? Hi, Hazer. If I had to guess, I would say it was sliced at probably 200 millimeters a second. The acceleration values are 20,000 millimeters per second squared. What are we printing at? I know the bed's at 65. Nozzle is at 220. I don't know the answer to that yet, Bright Nova Star. Media Man asked me to pull the back panel and look later, and so I'll look and see. Thank you, Rodrigo. Yeah, when I learn stuff about 3D printing, I like to make videos about it and share that stuff. Dennis, I tweeted a picture of the screen, I guess about half an hour ago now, when they finished the setup. The horrible, horrible webcam of doom that I've got over here, I don't have the ability to control its focus. So the best I could do is give you a blurry, closer look at the screen. Keith, yes, they do. The slicer is called Bambu Studio. It is based on Prusa Slicer, and it's open source. I like the screen, Jim. I mean, I've mostly had it facing the camera, but navigating through it to select the Benchy didn't take very long, and it was easy to read and understand. And there's Kazalar with the specific info on the slicing. Thank you. Adam, the firmware doesn't get in my way, so I think it's fine. And I think that's the end. I wasn't timing that. So if y'all were, let me know how long that took. Francis, no, you can, however, follow the status of the print on the mobile app and on the slicer. So let me pop that off. Let go. Ow, that's hot. Ow, that's hot. Here, let me switch cameras. Ah, get that light out of my face. There. Get that light out of the way, too. Oh, that's better. I'm over here picking up this 65 Celsius bed and saying, ow, that's hot. Well, no duh, it's hot. All right, there we go. So let me, that's not bad. Let me put the bed back on, or the plate back on. Let me see what I can, ow, dadgum, those strong magnets. Thanks, tripod. I need a better webcam. All right, let me try switching to the horrible, horrible webcam of doom and seeing if we can get a decent look at the Benchy. to do the webcam trick of holding your palm up. I don't know. Are y'all able to see that? Or does that just look horrible? The bottom turned out great. I got it upside down there. Anyway, it's a handful of Benchy. I'll take a picture of that and stick it on Twitter. Y'all want me to print it again and try to switch it to ludicrous mode? Yes, Hack Monkey. It is a Benchy. No, I know it's a horrible color. I should use Ivan Miranda red. Okay, we're getting lots of yeses for doing the Benchy and at super speed. So let me get that started. Okay, the screen dims after a little while. It does not tell me how long that took to print. I'll go back. Start the Benchy again. Print. That is all the way on the workbench. And once it gets going, I'll switch back to the other deal. Now, how do you adjust the speed? Ooh, found it. So printing at standard, I could set it for silent or sport. I'll go to ludicrous speed. Or try to. I wonder if I have to wait till it actually starts printing. That might be it. Did I clean my purge line? Oh, you know what? I did not. I better do that real quick before I get another one on top of it. Thank you. There. Put that in a little trash can. Thanks, Russell. Well, let's see what this goes into. Oh, okay. Now ludicrous is highlighted. It says it's 166% speed. So once that starts going, I'll switch over to the horrible, horrible webcam of doom. Uh-oh. Oh. It pooped on the floor. Bad printer. I think the first print for any Bambu machine needs to be the poop chute collector. There's a couple of them on printables. Zachary, it is a proprietary firmware. Wow. Yeah, do not get in this thing's way. We got to do the vibration calibration again. Yeah, Major Gamer Geek, I am sorry about that. I haven't streamed in forever, so I don't have a lot invested in stream hardware or software. And I'm using Streamlab, and it's the free version. So 720p is what we get. Yeah, definitely don't get in the way. I thought I had over here a nozzle. Anyway, I did a video on it. I was printing some stuff, and it was a crowded build plate, and one of the parts got loose from the plate because I was testing a third-party plate that needed to be hot, and I didn't have it hot. So one of the parts popped loose and smacked into another part and got in the way of the nozzle. So the part had popped up and the nozzle hit it, and it bent the nozzle. I am not a secretly hilarious Midwestern Baptist preacher. I am an introvert that for some unknown reason has a YouTube channel. It does it because it was commanded to by G-code. I think you can skip the level. I know you can skip the vibration. You used to be able to. Jesus, that thing's fast. Pardon me. It's like scary fast. All right. There's the bird's line. Let me switch cameras for you. Oh my gosh. Let me get the light so you can see what it's doing. I don't think this is happy at ludicrous speed. We'll see. Sweet mercy, this thing is fast. Yes, violent mode, definitely. Are the motors hot? I don't know. They have stickers on them that say they are. I'll touch one and see. They are warm to the touch. At least the one that I'm touching is warm to the touch. But it's not so hot that I can't touch it. How loud is it? It's not as loud as the X1 Carbon. The steppers aren't terribly loud. It's fun to hear it move. I knew I shouldn't have put this thing on a pooch table. It's wiggly. This table that it's on, by the way, is actually on casters. I've got the casters locked, but it still has some wiggle to it. A Christmas bell on a carriage. No. This thing is dangerously fast. It doesn't look like it's drooping. We'll see when it's done. Oh, power consumption. I don't know. I don't have anything in here that will measure power consumption. Thank you, Francis. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, that deck is not looking good. The PLA is tearing. Maybe if it does another layer on it, it won't look terrible. I can hear it running over the speed bumps. Yeah, I don't think PLA likes ludicrous mode all that well. Yes, Michelle, it would be going, ah! Now, the one that printed at standard speed came out just fine. This nozzle is the stainless steel, not the hardened. You are welcome, Konstantinos. I almost always just use, actually I do always just use standard mode on my X1s, my X1 carbons. I think I tried ludicrous mode once and I was printing with PLA and the PLA just wasn't happy about it, which is kind of the same thing that I'm seeing here. I think it's just moving too fast for the PLA. Crazy fast though. How is it to print ABS on the Bambu? It's on the X1 carbon, it's fine. I have zero problem with ABS on the X1 carbon. I would imagine that here you would need the at least some printable side panels or some printed side panels just to cut down on the drafts. For PLA, when the Bambus are using the textured PEI sheet, they run the beds hot. They run the beds at like 60 degrees, although this one's running it at 65. Kenneth Sims, what do I think about the screen and no AI? for the majority of what I print, I think it's okay. I don't mind the screen. Although I will say I do like the touchscreen on the X1 Carbon, because it shows you a preview of the model and stuff like that. And I think what some people do anyway with the X1s is they have it set so that if it detects an issue like spaghetti or something, or if it detects a potential issue, they have it set to just notify them but keep printing. Yeah, it's still at 220 degrees on the nozzle, 65 degrees on the bed. This is the same, it's the same model I printed a few minutes ago. I just set it for ludicrous mode. Filament storage, yes, that matches what I've noticed, is that the couple of times that I have tried ludicrous mode, it wasn't happy. The filament wasn't happy with it. Thank you, Paul Cumber. Have a nice Thanksgiving too. Can you adjust the flow rate from the screen? I don't know. And I don't want to accidentally stop the print, so I'm just going to not touch the screen. Lime bowls. With budget not being part of the equation, I would say get the X1 Carbon. It handles all of the adjustments and the first layer stuff for you, including the flow calibration. And if you want to do multicolor, get it with the AMS. And if you are going to need support, I haven't had an issue with Bambu support. Some other people may have, but I will say that Prusa's support is probably the best in the industry. So that's something to consider as well. I think large flat areas in ludicrous mode and PLA is a mix that doesn't work well. Ludicrous mode seems to be doing okay with the PLA when it's moving from place to place to place and printing a little bit here and there, like when it's doing the wheelhouse here. Which IDEX printer do I recommend? I haven't had a supreme amount of luck with IDEXs. I need to get back into messing with the Soval IDEX. Apart from the Soval, is it the SB04? Is that the IDEX? The only other one that I've ever tried to use has been the JG Maker Artist D, and I think the D stood for disaster. That was not a particularly good printer for me. Rockabilly, I've been bouncing back and forth between Prusa Slicer and Cura. I mostly use Prusa Slicer. I've been using Cura a lot just because I've been getting a lot of a printer's in for review that, you know, they've got the stuff already set up in Cura. And what I'm trying to show is, when I'm doing those videos, is using the stuff that comes with it. So, you know, I'll install like the Soval version of Cura, which I really think it would be better if the manufacturers of the printers would simply get their printer profiles sort of either distributed on the micro SD card, so you could simply import them into Cura, or get them built into Cura by, I guess, doing a pull request in GitHub with the appropriate information. But I would prefer to see manufacturers include the information necessary to set it up in Cura, and the information necessary to set their printer up in Prusa Slicer, and not try to distribute their own branded version of Cura. Because all that does is lead to confusion. Because a lot of times you'll end up with a branded version of Cura that it either doesn't get the current updates that Cura gets, or when you tell it to check for updates, it says, here, there's a new update, and you go to the download page, or you click the download link to download the new update, and it takes you straight to Ultimaker's site to download Cura. So why don't they just, you know, give you what you need to set it up in plain vanilla Cura? Ed Johnson, according to the screen, ludicrous mode is 166% of standard speed. And we're on the smokestack. And we're just about done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. A little bit more on the smokestack. That should be about it. The end. Done! All right, let me switch cameras. There we are. My microphone wire is sneaking down my arm for some reason. All right, let me get this light out of the way. The horrible, horrible webcam of doom. Grab the excruciatingly, painfully hot bed. Pop the Benchy loose. Come on, you can do it. Boing. There we go. Remove the prime line so I don't forget, like I did last time. And then, okay, this is our new one. It's a little rougher. Let me get the webcam on it. Actually, I have an idea. There. How's that look? Can y'all see that clearly? Is it in focus? Yeah, it's kind of hard to see the quality in white. Hey, Tom Llama. I was using that knife you made for me to open the box. Anyway, I'll put pictures of these up on Twitter. Let me switch cameras again. I'm going to mark those. I'm going to stick an L on the underside of this for ludicrous, and an S on this one for standard. And then those of you who were timing this, it's a little lumpy on the overhangs on the bow for the ludicrous one. The standard one came out fine. Anyway, those of you that were timing them, reply to the tweets with the time that it took to print, because I was not watching. Yeah, you're a little late, but remember that. I use this a lot. Well, thank you, Chandler. Oh, all right. So I guess that's pretty much it. I think I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. I don't have the updated version of the slicer installed, so I can't slice and print, at least not now. I think I may save that for kind of more of a first look video, and then maybe we'll do a review later. So the sound level, it's not terrible. It's quieter than the X1 Carbon. It was pointed out that part of that may be that the big HEPA filter in the back isn't, the fan that pulls air through that isn't present, because we don't have an enclosure. That's the chamber fan. We don't really have a chamber. So there's nothing for that to do. There's nothing for it to do. Motion-wise, it seems quieter than the X1 Carbon. So, let's see, where are we? Chat. Yeah, my logo is tough. It's got a lot of gradients in it. I need to get a simplified version of it. Sith Lord with the dad jokes. Hi, Britt. How's it going? Yeah, Ronald, I did get the extras box. I think we're kind of calling it the goodie box. That's supposed to come with all of the pre-orders. So whatever the first, well, not all of them, but like the first batch of pre-orders. Thank you, Paul Cumber. You too. Yes, Sith Lord Britt, you did. That was a good one, by the way. Well, it's getting close to 5:30. I don't know if I want to print another thing on here or not, because that's going to take a long time. I've been talking for a while too. Longer than I normally talk. Oh, look, the final fan turned off. So whatever fan was cooling the heatsink has turned off. I guess we dropped below. Yep. Hot end dropped below 50 degrees. So it turned off the fan. Goodbye, Adam Phantom. Thank you very much. Have a good, relaxing Thanksgiving too. Print a Maker Viking strawberry. I need to go see what that is. Well, I guess I'm going to call it. It's been close to a couple of hours now, almost. So off we go. I'm going to go take some pictures of the two Benchys and go stick them up on Twitter, so we can kind of see the difference between ludicrous and standard. All right. Thanks, everybody. I am glad that you were able to join me. Everybody say thank you to STL Denise for moderating chat in case spam bots snuck in. Hopefully everything was good and it was an easy job today. Have I looked at the Rook DIY 3D printer? I have not. I have not. Okay. Well, everyone, thank you. Have a good Thanksgiving if you celebrate. I guess that's pretty much it. I've got a slicer to install. All right. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye. And I appreciate you joining me on my first live stream in a couple of years with my not the best setup. It was a lot of fun. All right. I will see you all around. Bye.